Hello everybody. Hope you are doing well, because I am about to unpack something that made my jaw drop. Okay, I was scrolling through TikTok when I came across this very unfortunate video, and honestly it just says a lot about how deep colorism still runs in our communities. The video is from a TikToker named Xola, who goes by the name Sunflower on TikTok. Now, if you visit her profile, her page, you will notice something right away. Almost every video of hers uses a heavy filter. And not just any filter, a filter that noticeably lightens her skin. You know, I scrolled and found maybe one video where she was not filtered. Yes, honey, just one video. In her latest post, she wrote a caption that said, "When the girl's starting to betray you and fetching the father's skin color." From that line, it's clear that, her baby daddy is dark-skinned. And I just sat there like, you went and you had a baby with a dark-skinned man, and now you are upset that your baby looks like this man. Honey, we might need to bring a biology teacher, because that's how genetics work. That is how genetics work. She even captioned her post asking, "Where can I buy imemeza?" Now, for those of you who may not know what imemeza is a type of clay that is used in parts of South Africa. Some use it for skincare or like sunblock, and others believe it lightens, like it can lighten, the skin. So this is not just a joke. This is a real mindset underneath the so-called joke. There's a fear of dark skin, even when it's her own child. Her followers and her commenters brushed this off. They were just like, "Oh, it's a joke. People are sensitive." Let's just be honest. When did mocking your baby's natural skin tone become funny? How is publicly wishing your child was lighter not colorism? How is that not colorism? There was even somebody that, put a comment that said, "Mix relaxer with her lotion. December is coming." Like, what are we doing? That is not humor. That is not humor. For those of you who may not understand, this person commenting basically said that this lady must mix the hair relaxer solution, mix it with the baby's lotion, and rub it on the baby. That is not humor. That is trauma being passed down with a punchline. And then another person commented saying, "My baby didn't even wait. She came out dark from birth. When I saw her in the operating room, I was shocked." Imagine.
Wow. Shameful. Shameful.
And then Sunflower said, "These babies, I would have cried." Basically, she's saying that she would have cried if her baby was dark-skinned at birth. And then another user, Caesar, commented, "Creamy," basically meaning put bleaching cream on the baby. And Xoli replied, "Ayikho enye mfethu bayithengisa kuphi?" A translation, there's no other way. Where do they sell it? And someone said, "Awumzame Keralite," as in try bleaching her with Keralite. Keralite is a bleaching cream brand. People, specifically women, are in the comments offering bleaching advice to a whole baby, and everyone is laughing like it is funny. like, this isn't one of the darkest reflections of who we are as black people. Dark-skinned girls and dark-skinned women are constantly bullied. They're constantly ridiculed and sidelined, all because of their skin tone. Yet when it happens to a baby, it becomes a joke. I mean, we live in South Africa, an African country where the majority of people are dark-skinned, and yet dark skin is treated like a flaw, like a curse, like something to fix. This baby is not even 5 years old yet, and she's already been introduced to colorism and anti-blackness. And you know what? There's a strange, dynamic that often exists between light-skinned moms and their dark-skinned daughters, or moms with dark-skinned children generally. One day we must unpack this, and have a conversation about it. To comment something so hateful, so colorist about your own child is absolutely insane to me. It takes a special kind of self-loathing to say something like this. But then again, are we surprised, coming from a woman who hides behind filters that lighten her skin in every single video? We need to talk about this quite deep, actually, because these are not jokes. These are reflections of a real sickness that exists in our culture as black people. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will catch you on the next one.
I'm too woke. Maybe I'm too woke. Not the joke. I'm too woke. Ngiwadilithile ama-comment wenu and ngisazowadelitha. Nina uma ngabe nihlala nama-robocop nabo-fandom lapha emakini nihlale ni-serious ningasihotspoti siyabonga. Thina njalo masiphosta manje sicabanga imizwa yenu ukuthi I wonder bayofile kanjani. No. Aniwazi ama-jokester. Aniwazi. Ningasifaki. Isile. Ngisazowadelitha.